Hello and welcome everybody. Hope that you are good and doing a lot better than my Miata. Bless it, it's completely dead and done and dusted, so we're sorting that out as much as we can today, ahead of the raid day that happened for you guys a couple of days ago. But we're jumping in with some remote raids, and what we wanted to do is, of course, over the course of the raid day, you get 20 remotes available. And, well, we don't want to burn them on Harry Armour and Scraggy, or even Mega Heracross. What we're going to do is do 10 Stakataka and 10 Blacephalon remotes. And our first one is going to be with Kiwi Steve. I'm not going to lie, this was a couple of hours ago, so we'll jump into the battle. It was actually a duo that we completed. Kiwi Steve, dude, thank you very much for that invite and sticking with me. He actually messaged me he got the Hundo from this raid. This was actually a surprisingly easy duo, and we do have top tier Pokemon, as you can see Shadow, Groudon right there. We did have insane RNG for the shinies on Saturday when we did our remote limit as well, and that buffed up to 20 actually partway through the day. So our first Stakataka is going to be 1835. So I want to see if we can get some shiny action from these boosted remotes today, because they worked on the Saturday. Can it be on the Sunday? Not a shiny, unfortunately, on the first share, but we're going to do 10 of each, and I want to see, will they pull through? Let me know how your Ultra Beast raid luck has been going. I hope you had a smashing success, and don't worry, they are here for a good couple more days. Shortly afterwards, we managed to snipe into another raid from Kiwi Steve. I think this was a trio, and 1857 is not exactly top tier. We would love 100%, and don't forget 1882 or 1884, Stakataka and Blacephalon respectively. Will it be shiny on raid number 2? It is not, unfortunately, but 1857. Third Stakataka, it's going to be 1854. And of course, our thanks to JR the Boss from the Patreon squad for the raid invite, all the way from Czech Republic, I seem to remember. I think it was a squad of 4 of us. Not a shiny on this one. Now, I will caveat with today's video saying that on Saturday we had 3 shiny Stakataka in 4 raids. In fact, we did max out. We did 19 Stakataka raids because one of them glitched and crashed and broke. 4 shinies from them, which is mad. So we've had a very, very good day on that one. Stakataka in the ball. And with time to see, it's obviously 3-star, but not particularly good. 4th Stakataka's coming actually from Germany, thanks to Tackleman for what is unfortunately 1835 on the stats. So yeah, 4 raids in. Will it be not a shiny, unfortunately? Oh well. Could be worse, I guess. Swapping European countries now, actually, at about 10 or 11 o'clock is when the invites were coming through real nice. So, I believe this is from Valerio. Thank you very much for the invite. 1871. That's only 11 CP off of the 100%er, if I remember correctly. Thank you for the invite, and of course the friendship level up. Time to see, is it going to be a good golden one? Because we did actually get a 96 shiny from Christian. Thank you very much. It's not shiny on this front, but have a look at the shiny if you want. Thanks, Christian, for that one. We did screen record it, so we can put a shiny in this video and say we didn't actually get it. And jumping in with another one. This is, oh my god, it's 1819. That's surely going to be one of the worst you could get, but it is from Rated K, who actually gave us one of our shinies already from yesterday, or Saturday as you're watching this. So that is not a shiny to match up, unfortunately. Let's just confirm the inevitable that 1819 is going to be, yeah, terrible. And we're now up to date. Invite number 6 or 7, I believe it is. I've honestly lost count already. Kevin 111, thank you very much for this invite. Let's see what the numbers are going to be. It is 1874. That's really close. It's like 8 CP off. Nice. Got a friendship level up, which is solid. Thank you very much indeed. Or will it be? It's not a good shiny, unfortunately. This is either a like 96 or a 98 after a first ball catch somehow. Always the good stats causing no problems with the capture. Oh my god, it's a Goku bad. Thank you very much, Kevin. That's absolutely awesome. Appreciate that invite. Bless the Mazda. I don't think I've used this car for way too long. I did try and get it started before we went over to LA, but the battery was on its last legs and we were flying out, and then life gets in the way, so it's on trickle charge now to actually boost the battery because it was completely dead. I couldn't get in, no alarm, no nothing, so it was completely flat as a pancake. Time for brunch. So, so I'm hoping we get this rocking and rolling. I don't remember the last time we drove this, actually. It very well could have been Swaddle Community Day in October, which is not good. Get some fuel in the tank and we can start using it. Make use of the good weather we got for once. But we'll get back on that remote game. So we've got 3 more Stakatakas that we can do today, and then we want to hit those Blacephalons and see which one's going to give us a shiny, if any at all. Because depending on the raid boss, what you need to do is look at these raid day windows, and you can actually see that they allow the 20 remote raid cap increase it's not just for a specific day, it's not just for the raid day, it's actually for an allocated slot of time, because obviously it has to correspond to the entire globe. So it corresponds to when New Zealand begin their raid day, but that also means that us over in the UK, who are like, 11 hours behind, mean that we can get more remotes. So that's why we were able to remote so much on the Saturday afternoon, because they opened it up, we were able to hit those remotes and get some more shiny action, which is fantastic. So it goes the other way as well. What we've typically done on these raid days is after midnight on your raid day, when it ticks over, in this case, it will be the Monday morning. When it ticks over to midnight on Monday morning, a lot of people will be asleep, getting ready to go to work, understandably. I'm going to be up, hitting as many remotes as I can do before the cap cuts out again, midnight to 2 or 3 a.m, when the remote 20 limit is still active. This is why you should always pay attention to what is in the raids. If there anything you want to chase, should you add some people from global raid community and all that jazz, it's a good option to say jump into my Discord server. It's a great global community in there, loads of people from all over the place if you're wanting Pavilion patterns or raid bosses, and certainly with Stakataka and Blacephalon being East and West Hemisphere locked, it's a good opportunity to get your raid game on, so you can find that linked in the description below. Ah, nice error. Fantastic. It is actually a remote raid courtesy of Tom and Kyla, who are over in East London. So this is our 8th Stakataka, I did check. East London vibes. Well, Excel Centre vibes, not golden. That's okay, in 1852. There's sometimes a nice thing about a mystery when the game decides to crash upon your encounter. It's a dead 3-star. Let's go with Pokerets. Come on. I think the lobby might have expired. Ah, it's gone. I should have a microphone. Hello? Microphone? It would help if I connected my microphone. Anyway, thank you Flume for being in the raid and allowing me to jump in via the friends list. This is our 9th Stakataka. East London, will it be not golden? Lovely. 1818. I can't remember if I've actually had the floor of this or not. 5XL, thanks to the Mega Lucario, it's 11, 12, 11. Thank you for the invite. We're not remoting Harry on. But while we're here, our Go Pass for April, we've actually completed quite a few levels. We're currently sat at rank 88, so let's go through some of the rewards. We've got a bunch of candy and XL candy for Jangmo-o, some Max Particles, Ultra Balls, and Sandile candy, not Sandile, Sandalit. And this will be an encounter for it, which I think is the first time we've ever seen it outside of the eggs. Remember, we did actually hatch the Hundo female, I think last year from a 12k. What's the research one gonna be like? Pretty meh. And then the expected forthcoming Jangmo-o Comde, not a shiny. We got enough of those shiny in Milan anyway. And the 10th and possibly final Stakataka, 1835 from Tom and Kyla over in East London. We got the final strike though. So, obviously they're 1 in 20 ratio, and I think we burnt all of our shiny luck yesterday. Later. So we're now back after the Heracross, Hariyama, and Scraggy raid day. Hopefully you might have seen that video, check it out up there if you will. Yeah, let's just move on from that. So, our first remote raid Blacephalon is actually courtesy of Tony TM, me spamming into his raid. So let's see if, well, we can actually get a friendship level up, which would be great. Shiny Blue Clown? I don't know. It'd be fantastic if we could. So the next 10 raids will be Blacephalon. And I did look, the remote raid cap thing actually intersects and goes on for us until 4 a.m. Monday morning. We should be able to get another 20 in, which would be really, really cool if we could. I do value my sleep, so should you. Plus, we may have ourselves a 24-hour challenge coming up in the not too distant future, so don't really want to enter this week being sleep deprived, but we'll be editing the raid day video over the course of doing these raids. It's all kind of a mishmash of which video goes where. 1884, or weather boosted 2355, but we saw 2318, so it's kind of Be blue, since there was no joy on Stakataka today. In fact, today didn't seem like a very shiny raid focused day, unfortunately. It's not a shiny. Of course, so someone there got a shiny, I think. Did you? Yeah. There you go, that's where my shiny went. Francesco nabbed it. There's the catch, beautiful. Just a bit of playing and bargaining with it, and it's in the ball. And we should put the right megas back down. So thanks, Tony, for that one. Spammed into another one of Tony TM's raids. And 2261. Oh my god, that's bad. Perfect candidate to be shiny. Second clown raid is not a shiny. Oh my god, not shiny. Honestly thought the bad stats would pull through for us. Another Blacephalon raid, courtesy of spamming in to Lincoln's raid. So it's actually a UK-based raid as far as I'm aware, and 2275. Actually, is Lincoln likely to be, I don't know, maybe on the south coast they've got sunshine. Anyway, it is not blue. It's pretty soon all of our local raids will be hatching again, but they will not be making a feature in this video. Great throw for the win. So, we know it's going to be pretty terrible, but, oh no, he's over New Orleans, okay, interesting. That's why it was sunny. Another Blacephalon raid, courtesy of the boss lady. Thank you very much. In 1854, it's okay. It could be bleu. Oh, it's a tiny one. That's actually our second tiny Blacephalon ever. We did get one in 2024. We have an XXL, so could we get showcases for the Blacephalon, please? Because I would destroy them and actually get a win. Do need to charge the phone. Oh, it's the smallest one, yes. Something funny about that one. It's not the worst stats actually, but hey, thank you very much for that invite. So we've nearly finished the video edit, and Lincoln, thank you very much for letting me spam into one of your raids again. 2319. Monsters Inc. reference, anyone? Here with a hot coffee, ready to go. We got the final strike. Is it going to be the blue clown? No, it's not. Thank you very much to Tony TM again, as, well, JT Valor's Raid Day video has been played in the background over there. So, we've only got 4 remotes left after this one. We did get the final strike there. You may have seen it right at the end, and it's not a shiny. I do think we burnt all our shiny luck on the Saturday with those remotes being accessible. Sunday is perhaps not our day. Okay, it's a raid spam in from Marissa on the Patreon squad. 1860. It's not far off, 24 CP I think. We're running out of remotes for today. Maybe the midnight refresh? It's not a shiny. Can you believe it? Good news is we've got the Raid Day video done and dusted. This is a better Raid Day video, I'd personally say. 1825. Again, thank you, Marissa, letting me spam into your raid. And I wonder, I don't want to jinx anything, but maybe the game hasn't crashed for a while. Blue, it is not. So we're running very low on the old 20 remotes for today. What did you burn your 20 remotes on? Let me know. Did you go for the Heracross, Harry Armor, and Scraggy, or did you do what I've done, which is kind of remote raid to the other bits of the world that don't have the Raid Day window going? I can say thank goodness for the East Coast peeps. Tony TM. 2281. So this is really bad weather boost actually, but this is the penultimate remote actually. So Tony, thanks very much for letting us spam on in, and I appreciate you going out there and raiding. It's not shiny, oh my god, and if we can catch this quickly, Marissa might have a pass. We're really struggling to find anybody who can do a Blacephalon, but do have ourselves a shiny for today at least. It's a Roselia. Not that we picked up a bunch of them from the Spotlight Hour a couple of weeks ago, but it is part of this obviously spring into spring event. We're actually just on our way to go and double check on the Mazda. You would have seen earlier in the video, of course. I think it's now trickle charged. It's been on trickle charge now for about 7 or 8 hours, so it should be back to full health. It's 0 star, but hey, it's cool. It's a shiny Roselia. And our final remote, we have to say a massive thanks to myself, because I just decided to remote one of the local gyms because everybody is now doing Heracross, etc. So 1837 obviously is not going to be ideal for us. It's our final remote. Honestly, 20 remotes done, no shiny. Today has been very bad and unlucky. Chose the wrong day to make a video. It's not shiny. I should have filmed all my stuff yesterday, but I was raiding in between doing all various bits and pieces. The camera was not at my side. So that is that. It means that there's going to be no more remotes until it strikes midnight. Either APAC or East or West Coast can pull through some raids, because obviously it will be sleepy time for anybody in Europe and the UK. 20 remotes, that's 10 per Ultra Beast. Clutch in, engine, we got ignition, and we have start. Good to see the Mazda's operational. The clock is slightly wrong. Oh my god, this thing's not even catching. Right, I will see you after midnight.
The next day.
Well, you now join me on Monday, and we did indeed manage to get a couple more remotes done after midnight, so we're gonna have a look at those very soon. But before we do that, I have to say, of course, a massive thanks to every single person over on the Patreon squad, who are the people who enable us to keep going in the manner that we do, push forward with the content, the live streams and those live event travel bits and pieces. It means that we can do so much more with the content and everything we do here on the channel. So thank you so very much to every single one of you on the rolling credits. They really are awesome. Thank you for backing me. We actually managed to complete another 12 raids before it got to like 2:30 in the morning, and I called it quits. So first up was from Tony TM. We spammed into his raid at 5 minutes past midnight. Blacephalon was first and easily taken down. Of course, it was a new day, so a new rank. I wasn't going to get the camera out and just film because I was, half asleep in bed. So we got 2297, but the key thing is it going to be shiny? Question is, no, it will not be shiny, but it was sunny boosted, so thank you very much for letting me spam into your raid. Next up was our first remoted Stakataka of the evening, and actually we ended up doing a lot more Stakataka than everything else. 1835 was the number we saw. Will it be gold though? And no, it will not be golden, unfortunately. We nearly put a damn pineapple on it. More Stakataka incoming, and there was a definite lack of Blacephalon coming through last night. I was trying to find the Blacephalon. Nobody was raiding. 1857. Of course, 1882 for the Hundo Stakataka, 1884 for your 100% Blacephalon. Thanks very much, of course, to everybody who invited us. Unfortunately, this is not a shiny either, so swiftly moving on. Remote raid number 4 was another Stakataka. I think it actually turned out to be like 8 Stakataka versus 4 Blacephalon. So this one is a crash. It was bound to happen, but the joy of that is obviously we knew we got invited to this raid, so we didn't lose this one, which is, I guess, a silver lining. Bring me the Stakataka. Maybe the crash can provide the shiny. Unfortunately, it can't. That's a shame, and 1837 wasn't really worth the game crashing. We got so annoyed we put pineapple down on it. We did finally manage to spam into another Blacephalon. I think, again, this was courtesy of Tony TM. So, Primal Groudon doing the damage. Ticking on down. Still don't have a hundo of either of them. 2290, of course. Weather boosted for Blacephalon is 2355, so Kiwi Steve's in that lobby as well. Unfortunately, it's not the blue clown on this one, but the full moon. Evolve your Ursaluna, I think. So that was 5 raids done so far, and it's already 1:04 in the morning. Jumping into another Stakataka. I can't remember who this was from, possibly a fresh ad. If it's gold, we got... Ooh, it was a 98%er, 1879. If this thing could shine, that would be incredible. Saturday was a shiny day. This isn't shiny. 1879, which you know is a good 98er. And it was a critical catch. Would you believe it? A lovely 98%er from Japan. Fabulous. And jumping into another Stakataka. I mean, I don't necessarily mind it being a bit skewed. We did do 10 remotes of each in the previous day, so just kind of seeing what came our way as it turned out more Stakataka, but that's not in our hemisphere. 1834, I think I saw. West London, we don't get it there. Will it be gold? It is not, unfortunately. It's now 1:37 in the morning and we've got ourselves another Stakataka. Will it shine? Will we get a shiny this video at all, actually? Because 1835. If we don't get a shiny today, that would be depressing. Honestly, it's just like, come on, be shiny. Oh my god, it's not. The moon is now directly above, so there we go. And another Stakataka. Do need to trade a few of these and just try and get a lucky one for the decks, actually. 1857, I think. It's 10:02 in the morning at this point. I was practically falling asleep during doing battles. Somebody in there with their complete Zygarde. Damn. Not a shiny. We did manage to spam into a Blacephalon, I think from the West Coast, if I'm not wrong. I think it's from I forget exactly who, but somebody we've met at one of the live events over there. Thanks very much for letting me jump in your raid. Can it be blue? Oh my god, it can't be. Looks quite nice there with the nighttime background, the full moon out there. And rinse and repeat Blacephalon. I think we were trying to target Blacephalon a little bit, call out to action. Obviously, very best of luck for the remainder of your time raiding these. Hopefully you can get those shinies. Some people are not having good RNG on these, which is unfortunate considering it's their first time release. 2275, not particularly brilliant. Well, this will demonstrate those 20 remotes yesterday, 12 today, so 32 raids between 2 raid bosses, but it's a 1 in 20 raid. So shiny luck isn't necessarily with us, plus we burnt all our luck yesterday. We did decide to do one more Stakataka. It's 26 minutes past 2 in the morning at this point. Honestly, I was knackered. And there was a point where I thought, you know what, it's not worth continuing. 1860 on the old CP there. I think this might have been where we call it. I'm not 100% sure, but we'll see. Got the most damage on there. Will it be a shiny? And of course it's not. 1860. It's not bad on the old stats, but there we go. And actually, it's not the end of the game. There we go. 33 minutes past 2 in the morning on Monday. 1831 is going to be the next Stakataka, and I think this is indeed the final one before I decided to call it for the night. So, shot at the Stakataka. Will it be gold? Please. Of course, we decided to make a video about the remote raid game and having the cap increased and 2 new Ultra Beast shinies, and the game's like, nah, bruh, you ain't having any shiny luck today. So yes, as you can see over here, we managed to do 32 remotes over the course of Sunday and a bit of Monday morning as well. We're able to demonstrate a little bit is that during that remote raid window, we were actually able to intersect on the Saturday afternoon as well, which is where all of the shiny luck came through, with like 2 or 3 Blacephalon and 3 Stakataka, I think it was. So honestly, I cannot complain about the RNG. We're just in a little bit of a dry spell for both bosses. We're going to keep chasing them, of course, but let me know your luck with these bosses. Are you having any shiny RNG? I've seen people getting Shundos of them. Of course, sometimes people are blessed. Let's just say that. But I always like a remote raid cap increase, particularly if there's something good and notable to raid at the current time. I remember, I think there was a time when there was Reshiram and Zekrom in the legendary raids when we had a raid day for, I think it was Hisui and Samurott, and it's like, I'm going to chase Reshiram and Zekrom, thank you very much. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please don't hesitate to hit that subscribe button down below and stick around for more Pokemon Go content. If you enjoy what you saw here, check out some of the videos here on the screen. There's plenty of raid game content here because we go ham on decent legendaries, chasing the shinies and the Shundos, and well, let's throw it back to Global Unova where we picked up a Shundo Kyurem. Most importantly, I hope to see you all in the next one. Please do stick around, and I will say, do take care.